It's snowing outside and we've had some bad weather. So I'm getting ready to work on this bag panel from Northcott for the 250th anniversary of America, which is exciting. And I read through the instructions, the bag panel is all you need if you're going to go by what the actual instructions are. But I think I'm going to do a lining. So I picked up this coordinating red Toscana fabric. So I'm going to line it with this, and that'll give me something to attach this pocket to, which is fantastic. And I'm also going to use some interfacing to make this, because this is just cotton, make it a little thicker. This bag is canvas, so it is a thicker fabric to work with. So I am going to change these directions a little bit. I also wanted to kind of show, I picked up some other coordinating fabrics that are all Northcott fabrics that would all go with this project. But I think I'm going to just kind of keep this one simple and just put the red lining on it. But if there was something else that you wanted to do, you absolutely could to make it your own. But it's such a cool bag panel, so I'm going to get to putting it together. So as I mentioned, for this project, I'm going to be using this Northcott Toscana fabric as the liner. Pretty sure this one is called Chili Red. There are several other reds. I just liked the way that this one looked best when I had them laid out. But there are a lot of other fun fabrics. I was looking specifically at Northcott fabrics because this is a Northcott panel. So one of them is this great fabric that has just sort of wonderful words about America. There's also the sort of hexagon fabric, hexagon fabric that also features an eagle in one of the spots, and In God We Trust, and the Freedom Ring, Home of the Brave, United We Stand. It's just a lot of fun. Regular American flags, I thought was fun. And then also just the stars and stripes. So I might use these for, I don't know, some other kind of different project. But for this bag in particular, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with the Toscana for my lining. You don't have to use any lining at all. This bag, the directions simply say to serge or to overcast the edges to make sure that the fabric doesn't fray, because it is prone to fraying because it is canvas. It's a little larger woven material, so it can fray a little bit more easily. All right, so I have all my pieces cut out. So here are my straps. I didn't get super close to the lines because it's all going to just be folded on the inside anyway, so I didn't worry too much about that. But then as I was cutting, I was noticing, so the directions say to cut close to the patterned edge, which is what I did. But they also give, which I didn't realize until I was cutting, they give information about where the fold lines are. So if you are not lining, you would just fold this over for your folded edge, which is super helpful. Let me do that again so you can see it. So you fold this over 2 times for your folded edge. And then that works really well. It also gives you, and they're a little bit harder to see, but it has, it comes up pretty good on the camera. It has fold and fold there so that you can get your flat bottom. And again, on the far side has the fold lines across the top. The other thing that I saw, which I'd noticed before, but it didn't hit me until I was cutting it out. So this is the pocket. Again, I didn't cut too close to this because I'm just going to fold that over, so make it a little bit taller for myself. But it has this little patch on here that this bag belongs to. If you have a embroidery machine, or if you want to put somebody's name on it, stitch it in, embroider or something, now's the time to do it when it's free and clear and not attached to anything. I know my new sewing machine actually has some lettering on it that I could use if I wanted to. I'm gonna leave this one blank, but just thought I would mention that as I go on to the next thing. All right, so I'm at the next step. So I have cut everything out, as I mentioned before, and I even have my lining cut out. I intended for it to be one piece, but I cut it backwards, so I made it to the wrong direction. Anyhow, so I'm going to sew that together across the bottom, and it'll be as if that never happened. I am going to start by doing the straps and the pocket, and I decided, since I was going ahead and doing a lining, to go ahead and do a faced pocket, so it'll have the stars facing out, and the red facing the red inside the lining. I don't know if that made sense, but that way you don't have to worry about fraying on the inside of the pocket and tacking that down. I'm just going to sew all that into a seam and move on. So I will do some of those things and then come back. So as you saw earlier, I have my bag panel cut out. I have the straps cut out, so I ironed those together. So fold it in half and then fold that in half. And I put clips on them to hold them in place. I decided to go ahead and line my pocket with the same fabric, the red fabric. I'm going to line the bag with so that I don't have to worry about fraying. I'm just going to, sew it all together and then flip it the right side out and then sew it down and it'll be beautiful. I did measure incorrectly, so I am going to have a seam across the bottom of the inside of my bag. No big deal. But just, there's always a solution when you make mistakes. So, so there's that. And then I'm going to use this maroon color. It actually works really well with, I guess it's wine. I don't know what color it is, but it's thread and it works really well on this. You don't really see it at all. And for the parts that are going to do blue, and I have blue, I have the navy already threaded in my machine because I think that's going to be seen first. I'm going to sew down my straps first and my pocket first, and then I'm going to go and do the lining. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started and update you. All right, we're getting closer. We've got our pocket attached. Looks super cute. I really love the red and the way that came out. I boxed up the bottom of the lining, and I am sewing up the sides of the bag. I opted to use this stitch, which is kind of an overcast stitch, or it's a utility stitch, and I don't remember what it's called, but it has two parallel straight lines, so it's going to help kind of fray check the bag. And I did keep with a 1/2 inch seam allowance that was recommended in the directions for the bag. One of the other things that I came across since I realized is I really like having the lining to put the pocket onto. If you decide to do the bag, do whatever you want with it. However, I thought about it after I stitched the after I stitched the pocket on. And if I was to stitch the pocket directly onto the canvas part of the bag, then somewhere on this bag, on the outside, I would have stitching around this beautiful design. So you can do it super quick as, a single canvas layer without a lining. It's whatever you prefer to do, but just keep that in mind. If you do it and you do use the pocket, there will be stitch lines on the outside of the bag. I just wanted to show real quick, I have this cool tape measure that's right on my sewing table, which I'm beginning to love more and more. But this is my side seam. The directions say to measure up 2 inches. So this is 1 inch, this is 2 inches. Let me try that again. This is 1 inch, this is 2 inches. And so I just put a pin there. So I'm going to stitch right across here. And then when I push the bag out, it's going to end up with this box corner so that the bag has kind of 2 inches of flat space across the bottom. It does not give directions about cutting this excess off. That's up to the person who's sewing, whether or not you want to cut that off. I haven't decided yet. My suggestion would be, if you do cut it off, to go ahead and use pinking shears, again, because it will help reduce the fray. I would also maybe do a second stitch. So you do this one, which is at the 2 inch mark, and then maybe before you cut it, come over 1/4 inch or so and do another straight stitch down, just to reinforce, again, for this fabric, which is prone to fraying. All right, I'm almost done. I will show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Alrighty, final steps, getting things together. So I thought I'd show you how I do straps on handles. The directions are not all that specific for this bag, or for most of the bags I've seen. So what I typically do is I mark, I go from seam to seam, and I mark the middle between those, and then I take another pin and I mark from this midpoint to the outer seam and get another center point. And then I, depending on how wide the strap is, these are pretty narrow. They're about 3/4 of an inch. And so I have decided just to clip it to the outside of that, and that'll give, you know, a nice amount of space between the two, but it won't be too awkward on either side. So that's how I mark the handles. So I have those kind of sandwiched in. I'm tacking them down. I already did this side, so those are already tacked down. And then I'm going to sew around so that I have the lining and the front of the bag together, and I'm going to leave a little opening, and then I'll go back and I will top stitch, and then my bag is all done. So almost done. And my 250th anniversary bag is all done. Handles are nice and long, which is great. The pocket came out really nice as well. The directions didn't say exactly where to put it. They said put it kind of where you wanted it. So I measured down about 4 inches from the raw edge of the fabric and sewed it in. So it's there. And as I mentioned before, I did line my pocket instead of rolling it under. So mine's a little smaller than yours might be if you are not lining your bag. But here's the finished project one more time. And I hope you get your own and have fun making it.